All right, Steve, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 12 of Eric Abbenante versus the World. Episode 12 is starting to feel a little like a milestone. You know, me and Eric go way back. You know, I knew him from before he was married to his current trophy wife. Yeah, he went through like going to the strip club phase. You know, he's the only guy I ever met to make change in a stripper's G-string. He was so Jewish, he tried to present double coupons to get a free lap dance. They kicked him out. He tried recycling. He's so Jewish, he tried recycling condoms. He got you know, when he got his first girlfriend, I should say. And then, you know, when he got her pregnant, he demanded a paternity test before the abortion. But today is also the last day of Jewish Christmas. So I decided that we needed to do something to commemorate the moment. So the hardworking people of Guatemala made this wonderful award for Eric. It's called the Peace Prize of Green Goddess Revival. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up Eric Abbenante.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's Eric Abbenante versus the World, episode 12. Oh, it is so good to be here at Green Goddess Revival, the greatest dispensary in the world. Oh man, I am your humble host, Eric Abbenante, big time Jewish news producer, okay? And I did 4 shows this weekend at Hyenas, okay? Performed over hundreds of people each show, was able to get like over 1,000 people I performed in front of. At least 6 like me, you know, at least of that 1,000. It was... They just adored me.
The hate mail must have been overwhelming.
Yeah, I know. Will Hyenas Fort Worth survive? Who knows? But thank you to Gene Pompa. And it was cool to see superstar Mario Salazar there. It was epic. But yes, please give a round of applause for my supportive sidekick, the man you're all here to see, Steven Richardson, Steve the plumber.
Oh. Yes, the one you're actually here to see.
Yeah, the lovable one. Tall, dark, and handsome, as everyone calls him. But yes, Steve, it is the last day of Hanukkah, and before I get into it, I have to respond to a couple things you said. One, no one believes those jokes at the beginning. I would never spend money at a strip club. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but it was.
They have my face at every strip club. Do not let this cheapskate in. He will not pay at all. Okay, so we know that's not true, but I love the Peace Prize. I love it. A little inside baseball. In the parking lot, I saw my sidekick using a drill to make this. Okay? Who knows if he also fashioned a crack pipe over there. I don't know what was going on, to be honest with you, but
you know, quality and resourcefulness go hand in hand, and sometimes you make some real art.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. But it was a real honor. And for those of you wanting my adoring fans, where is your signature scarf? Well, it is Texas weather has really increased. It's warm now, and so look, I don't need the scarf. We have it on our mascot Toki.
Hey. All right,
this is our mascot Toki, and we may name the store after him. Stay tuned for that. Okay, a little prelude for that. But yes, it is the last day of Hanukkah, Steve.
Thank God.
What do you mean by that, Steve? I mean, I thought everyone loves us and everyone loves our holidays. No, even we don't love our own holidays. It was a tough one this year. Bloodiest Hanukkah. But last day of Hanukkah, I'm really excited. Steve, what do you think is going to happen? I think at least I survived. You know, at least I
Yeah.
survived the bloodiest Hanukkah, right?
Yeah, we had the Bondi Beach shooting. And
Rob Reiner.
And then that Rob Reiner travesty is.
Oh yeah, real travesty. I forgot he was Jewish, to be honest. Thought he was just fat.
Till you saw the picture of him, right?
I forget. Once you get fat enough, you don't see the nose. You know, that's the trick. And so it is kind of.
The night is still young. I might get an early Christmas present.
Yeah, that is true. For you would-be assassins in there, please give my sidekick Steve a Christmas present. Get him out of this hell. Called Talking to Jewish People Daily. Oh my goodness. But we shoot this show every single week at the greatest dispensary in Texas, some say the world, Green Goddess Revival. Please give over Green Goddess Revival. Yeah, we love this place. And thank you to the man, Josh Pitzenbarger. Yes, so as you know, great dispensaries like this, we're threatened by the new bill that is going to, ban hemp. But we got some good news. Trump he rescheduled marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Yeah, it doesn't really change anything in terms of legality. It doesn't change anything at all. But it now is being researched.
Yeah.
That's great. I am for marijuana research. I've been researching marijuana for years in my lab.
Thank you for your service.
I have a beaker dedicated to marijuana. And my research, a beaker bong. Yes, it is. I'm very dedicated to marijuana research. But we have a great show. We have kids and dogs here. Okay, that people love my political discourse so much that we now have kids and dogs here. Okay,
this is a family establishment.
Yeah, this is amazing. So
that also sells a lot of.
And I know what the kid is thinking. Where's the scarf? He's a big fan. I know. But again, it's not weather appropriate, young man. Okay.
I'm almost taller than that guy.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I look older than him already. I look older and yet more immature at the same time than the child in the back. Yes, it is tragic. But enough of the frivolities. Okay, we got to get to the headlines, Steve. And oh my God, we have a crazy one. So as we were shooting the show last week, this happened. Rob Reiner was killed tragically. He was killed by his son. Killed him and his mom. Real tragic. And God, I mean, in a situation like that, all you can really say is thoughts and prayers, rest in peace. This is going to be a layup for Trump, right?
Right.
He's going to nail it, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, he had a post that was so controversial. People are saying it's potentially the last straw of his administration. He upset MAGA people so much with his post. And look, I am, for the first time in this show's history, I have notes for myself because I tried to memorize what Trump said and my brain was like, don't, I'll kill you. You will have an aneurysm and fall where you stand, sir. Don't you try. And because this show is about accuracy, I'm going to get exactly what Trump said. Okay. So, look, again, this is a layup. This is easy. There's no way he could screw this up, right? All right. Straight from his Truth Social, hours after we found out Rob Reiner was stabbed by his son. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood.
Actual voice recording.
Hey, this is a good start. We're nailing it. Okay.
So far, so good.
I am confident that this will continue. All right. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle.
And not as good.
Dear God, Trump, why do you have to make everything about yourself?
Why do we have to call him a has-been after he's been brutally murdered?
Yes. Trump just sees everything through the prism of Trump at this point. He has entered the Louis XIV stage of his presidency. Okay? I am the Sun King. The world revolves around me. That is why everyone in the White House is afraid to stare at me for too long. It's not because I view that as consent. That is not why people are afraid to stare at me. It's because I am the Sun King. Oh, great Sun King. I mean, it really is the Louis XIV presidency. You got to think about it. I mean, just like Louis XIV, obsessed with the grandeur of his court. My ballroom. We need to rebuild my ballroom. Consolidating power. Third term. I must have a third term. And then, of course, the unnecessary wars that caused a lot of trouble with the neighbors. We're gonna nuke Venezuela for oil. Totally justified. Totally justified. Okay, so, God, after that, I am excited. What else do we have here with this post? I mean, it can't get any better than that, right? I mean, it's just, let's see what the Sun King said. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle. Reportedly, due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump Derangement Syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. I love the reportedly there. Who was reportedly?
I like how he bullseyed that fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Just like...
What was the reportedly for?
That's a good word.
Reportedly, others are saying that this was all caused because of me. Others are saying it, not just me. Others.
Everybody knows.
And then, he's got TDS. Trump has TDS. Trump has Trump Derangement Syndrome, okay? He sees everything through it is the great irony of the Trump administration, and it came full circle finally. He's the one with the Trump Derangement Syndrome, and he can't stop thinking about Trump. I caught Trump Derangement Syndrome from that bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania. That's when I really caught the Trump Derangement Syndrome. Oh my God. Sun King, what else do you have to say? Okay. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, everyone's favorite president.
Perfect interpretation.
With his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. With the golden age of America upon us. Perhaps like never before. Golden age.
Golden
Never
age.
before.
Golden age like never before. This is how you all are viewing this administration, right? The golden age, right? It's just cinnamon buns and rainbows, right? Golden age. The only way we're going to be describing it is not the golden age, it's the black line age, okay? With his redactions in the Epstein files. I heard you, BLM, and I love BLM. Black lives matter. I heard you. I heard you. Now, Trump, of all people, you should be sympathetic to this. Someone's son killing their father, okay? You think his kids don't want to blow his brains out? Are you kidding me?
Succession.
Let me just give you one example. Eric Trump. By the way, it's just used as a punchline. In all, they just say Eric, you know, on Fallon and Colbert. That's the punishment for being his son. Eric is now a punchline. Yeah, thanks, by the way. Yeah, great. But Eric Trump, what is his job? To respond to all the Trump lawsuits. That's his actual literal job. Making him the busiest person on earth. You're like, he is the busiest person on earth. I mean, you would think as the paperwork is piling up, you know, lawsuit after lawsuit, he's got another long day. You don't think he's like one stab and this will be all over. You don't think? Eric Trump is Newman from Seinfeld. The lawsuits, they just keep piling up. It never stops. It never stops. It's just like, God, are you serious? Okay, how did the Sun King end this? Because, God, This is insane. Okay. Oh, yeah. How could I forget? This is the cherry on top. After all of that, don't worry. He's got it. Here it is. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Nailed it. No, she's there. Perfect. Oh my goodness. That is just amazing. Now, okay, I mean, first of all, real Italian of Trump, right there. After saying all those terrible things, and he would may rest in peace. It's like, with all due respect, your mother's a whore, and her pussy smells like Somalian garbage, also known as garbage. But with all due respect. I mean, now, the issue here, this is obviously a very unpopular statement. It had universal condemnation nearly on the right. I mean, people were so upset at him. And the reason why the right in particular was mad at him was because people on the right felt that after the Charlie Kirk shooting, that they had established the moral high ground. That, they would never mock someone on the left dying the way that, they did to Charlie Kirk. And then in one fell swoop, Trump destroys all of it. And he's like, moral high ground? How about dying on this hill? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die on this hill. It's just...
Yeah, let's joke about a guy who spent his career making us laugh and bringing us joy all the time. And then make it about you.
No, it's the perfect move because this guy has the highest approval rating possible, okay? I wouldn't know anything about that. He made A Few Good Men, Princess Bride, I mean, and everything in between. I mean, everyone...
Decades of pure joy.
Everyone loves him, especially in the MAGA base, and he just had to do that. It was incredible. But there was other news. Dan Bongino resigned his position at the FBI. He did. And he was like, man, the real jobs are hard. I'm going to go back to podcasting.
He probably had to read a lot of reports.
And as a guy who makes YouTube videos for a living, I am with you, Dan Bongino. I'm with you. But look, his time at the FBI will be remembered. I know you're upset about Dan Bongino. I know. It's very upsetting that he resigned. I agree. It's terrible when you have a heckler from another species. Oh my goodness. The anti-Semitic slurs weren't very nice there. I know dog, okay? It wasn't very kind. But
I thought somebody looked like a mailman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I heard big nose from the dog language, but look, I mean, okay, yeah, so Dan Bongino resigned, and his time as the FBI director will be remembered just like his time in podcasting. Saying nothing.
I already forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. The only difference between his time in podcasting and his time as the FBI director is that Charlie Kirk got shot.
Oh.
Great job, Dan. I hope you feel great about what you did. Hope you feel just excellent. In other news, Ilhan Omar said that her son got pulled over by ICE in the wake of Trump's comments about Somalians being garbage. Now, side note, Steve, is this the son that Ilhan Omar had with her brother?
I don't know. Have we taken a paternity test? And
I mean,
how would that read out anyway?
Look, if so, ew. That's all I got to say about that. Ew. Anyways, so turns out, complete lie. Didn't happen.
Not really her brother?
No, her marrying her brother is very true, unfortunately. No,
we are not exaggerating. This is the world we live in.
No, the being pulled over by ICE, her son, that was the fabrication.
They're not hot like the Game of Thrones couple, okay?
Yeah, exactly. But his son, his son did clarify. Look, no, I didn't get pulled over by ICE. I ran over black ice, and my car careened off the road. That's what I meant.
A black ice officer. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was still racist somehow. There was tragedy this week. There was tragedy. A shooting at Brown University where a Portuguese immigrant let in on a diversity visa shot up Brown University, a classroom, killing a nuclear physicist from MIT.
So we brought in a loser who killed a useful person.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, how dare you? Diversity is our strength, okay? And this kid brought in on a diversity scholarship is the exact. And by the kid, he's 48. But he is the exact thing of why diversity is our strength. Look, this is Martin Luther King's dream personified. I have a dream that one day people of all races, colors, and creeds will shoot up schools. I have a dream. It's just amazing. Just amazing.
Too soon.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. And by the way, don't think about the MIT nuclear physicist being killed. Nothing to see here. You know, elections were never rigged, and JFK was killed by a lone gunman.
Yeah, what's the dollar value on an MIT physicist?
Yeah, priceless for the FBI and the CIA to get rid of them. Priceless.
We don't need those guys for anything, do we?
Yeah, exactly. But what's craziest about this Brown University shooting was that the gunman was apprehended and tracked down because of the help of a homeless former Brown University student.
Wow.
I mean, that's incredible. I love the idea of homeless surveillance, you know, like on behalf of the police. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. Screw Skynet. We have BumNet.
Yeah.
This is amazing. And, you know, think about it. Who is better at seeing something and saying something than homeless people?
Yeah, you just ask any homeless person when the last time a flying saucer went by, and they'll tell you how one went by yesterday.
Oh, yeah. They see something.
They don't miss nothing.
Yeah, they see something and say something for free at every 7-Eleven, okay? So it's a great move. But, I mean, I gotta say, not the best advertisement for Brown University. You know, come to Brown University where you can get shot to death. And if you somehow survive, the student loans will make you homeless. Wow.
Maybe he had a communications degree.
Right? Yeah, he's like, look, I had the underwater basket weaving degree. You know, what was the point? By the way, that sounds hard. I don't know why that's always the easy thing. That sounds hard. But okay, Susie Wiles, Trump's chief of staff, the Ice Queen. She was in a lot of hot water this week because she was in a Vanity Fair piece and she was talking mad smack about the Trump administration, okay?
What did she say?
So first of all, she tried to deny everything she said, and the reporter who my host had on the show was like, "Oh yeah," and then plays the tape of her saying it.
There you go.
Woo! That's awkward. Definitely trust words that Susie Wiles says in the future, by the way. She is totally not a liar. But she said that Trump was an alcoholic, but without the alcohol. Saying that he had an alcoholic's personality without even drinking alcohol. And then said J.D. Vance was a conspiracy theorist. Miraculously, both of them came to her defense. Trump agreed, and J.D. Vance was like, yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist. What does she have on these two? She must literally have the photo of Trump blowing Bill Clinton. Now that's job security, okay? Look what I got right here, Trump. Look what I got right here. This is called retirement plan right here.
Or at least documentation of somebody getting handsy.
Yeah, exactly. And then J.D. Vance is like, well, what do you got on me? It's like, well, Susie's like, I got the photo of you fucking the boy. He's like, me having sex with a boy? I would never. What do you mean? You know the photo of you having sex with the boy. First name Lazy. He fucked a couch. He definitely fucked a couch. But the big news this week was the Epstein Files release. The Epstein Files release.
Huge news.
And it was, I mean, it really has dogged his administration. But if it's not the Trump Derangement Syndrome dogging his administration, it really is the Epstein Derangement Syndrome from him. And, he begrudgingly released it, even though, he didn't want to. He really didn't want to. And let's review the timeline for those who forget. So, in February, he directed his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, he directed her to
what a loser.
To release the Epstein files. Yeah, what a loser, terrible. Even though I loved her at the beginning and said she was the heart of gold. But he directed her to release the Epstein files because there's a pedo island full of Democrats. Then later that month, Bindergate happened. I don't know if you guys know what Bindergate is. That's when a bunch of MAGA influencers were handed information of girls and women being sexually assaulted on an island. And these idiot MAGA influencers were posing with it and smiling. They looked like they had been invited to the White House because they won the Super Bowl. Okay, that is what they looked like. And so
the most unnecessary victory lap.
Yeah, and from that moment on, that was the end of the Trump honeymoon period, quickest honeymoon period that's ever happened in American political history. And then from that moment on, Trump never mentioned it. He never mentioned it until July. Until July, when he said, "Who cares about the Epstein files anyways? No one cares." And guess what? It's December, and people still care about the Epstein files. So he begrudgingly released them, but he just released, all the photos of the other people, redacted his name, to distract you. Oh my God, look at Bill Clinton in a hot tub with a black box that is a girl. And that black box we all know is Candace Owens. That black box is terrible. That black box was a child in that photo. Terrible.
Don't make fun of Candace Owens.
Yeah, no. She's salt of the earth. No one should ever make fun of her. Like Gandhi. Just like Gandhi. But, it's just like, it's amazing. Like, okay, yeah, he had the photo of Bill Clinton and that's gonna be, that's that. But there had to have been a discussion, right? There had been a discussion of what to release and what not to release. And I think I know how that went. So, playing the part of the chief of staff recently in controversy, Susie Wiles, the ice queen, will be my sidekick, Steve the plumber, Steven Richardson, and playing the part of the star of the Epstein files, Donald J. Trump, will be yours truly, Eric Abbenante. All right. So, Susie, we have to release the Epstein files. We have to release them. The public is demanding it.
So we're going to release all the Epstein files, right?
No, Susie, I didn't say that. We can release just parts of the Epstein files that will make everyone's favorite president look better. Okay? That is what we're gonna do. So, here's the first one. Michael Jackson. Look at this picture, Susie. Michael Jackson with Jeffrey Epstein.
That face is so destroyed from surgery, I thought it was Christy Nome.
Yes, exactly. Michael Jackson does look like Christy Nome. That's a good call. That's a good call, actually, Susie. That's why you're the best chief of staff. But, this is disgusting, Susie. Michael Jackson with Jeffrey Epstein. That's terrible. Michael Jackson was bad. Bad. Really, really bad. So bad. He was a smooth criminal. Who knew that pretty young thing was about underage girls on Epstein Island? Terrible. He's a pedophile. Oh, that's so terrible. Mama say, mama saw, mama fucked a child. Oh, shit. So terrible. So terrible what Michael Jackson did. So terrible. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, Susie. Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones with Jeffrey Epstein.
Ironic, since your response to the Epstein files is to paint it black.
Oh, that sounds really funny. That sounds really funny, Susie, but luckily I don't get any references unless my staff tells me, okay? So that was probably clever, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Should I use a girlier voice next time?
No, you're nailing the Susie Wiles impression, Steve. You're absolutely nailing it. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, Susie. Kevin Spacey with Jeffrey Epstein.
House of Cards. House of Cards. Did I steal the joke?
You did, but it's okay. You're not allowed to have multiple jokes in a row. Terrible. How could you? Greedy Jews stealing all the lines. Yeah, how terrible of you. Yes. No, look at this one, Susie. Walter Cronkite with Jeffrey Epstein. The most trusted man in America. No. Should be me. Release that one, Susie, for sure. And of course, look at this picture of Bill Clinton. Susie, do you see this picture?
You mean the one of you blowing Bill?
Foiled again. You're so clever, Susie. So clever. End scene. So, what do you think of my theory, Steve?
I don't know. It could be paranoid, or
it's Eric Abbenante versus the world. We have an amazing show. For the
huge crowd.
For the first, hundreds, just like when I was at Hyenas, hundreds. Okay. First up, we have never had. This is the first time in Eric Abbenante versus the world history. A musician. Okay. Real talent. Okay, real talent is on the show. Actual music playing, okay, it is just Man Willie Steez, the musician. It is just amazing. And then we have a comedian I have so much fondness for, and I have a story for it after he goes up of why. But we share a connection that he doesn't even know about. But he is fantastic, and you're gonna love him. Stephen Barry. Another Steve, but is a Steven. He's a little fancier than you, Steve, okay? He's got the N, you know?
All the cool guys are named Steve.
Yeah, that's why we call him N-word. But, that's why we do that. But, before we do that, before we get to our amazing guest, we have a recurring segment every single week because my sidekick, Steve, is a plumber. And so, we go through who is the most backed up, who is the most constipated, who is the most clogged, who is the most full of shit in politics. Yes. So, Steve, who is it this week?
This week it's Erica Kirk for the lavish America Fest event hosted by Turning Point USA.
Oof. Yeah, this was nuts. Okay, Erica Kirk. She walked out on stage at America Fest, run by Charlie Kirk's TPUSA. She walked out on stage to fireworks. Right here, just blasting up, okay? And even Kiss was like, "You look cool with the pyrotechnics. Makes you look cheesy and ridiculous."
So right after Depression and Acceptance is the fireworks stage?
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Steve. I am the psychology major, but I am very impressed that you know that. Yes, that is exactly right. The fireworks stage comes right after. It is just amazing. And then, this event, they had a replica of the debate tent where Charlie Kirk was assassinated at. And you could take selfies at the debate tent to honor free speech. I mean, do you remember after JFK was assassinated, you could take pictures with the motorcade. I'm gonna be Jackie Kennedy this time. Oh no, the head! Oh no! It's unbelievable. But
realistic blood splatter?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all wondering. I'm just.
And just like at the replica, they had multiple shooters. Yeah, exactly. But okay, she said something that's so crazy. I have to go to the notes again for the first time in history because again, my brain tried to memorize this, and I was like, "Are you crazy? I will never memorize what she said." Okay.
What that girl said?
This bitch. You want this bitch? You want this? She said. Okay. She said this. This is unbelievable. This is the Freudian slip of the century. Okay? Despite the devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband. Caleb has persisted with the same gift, grit.
No.
It has been a long day. She Freudian slipped the word grift when talking about her husband.
She could just be dyslexic.
It would be like if Trump was like, I'm not a pedophile, I'm just in a pedo's file. The Epstein file. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, unbelievable. But she didn't just, there's a joint unclogged because it was her and Eric Kirk and Candace Owens. Both get a joint one for their summit. They had a meeting that was mediated by Megyn Kelly.
This is sounds like an annoying chick convention.
Yeah.
Was Cardi B there too?
I thought I was watching the live stream of it, but it was just hens in a coop, you know? I thought, yeah, it was a real meeting of the mind.
Whoopi Goldberg from The Reviews walking around.
Yeah, it was just amazing. But then, so at the same event, America Fest, Ben Shapiro called out Candace Owens and said she was retarded, literally. And then said that we're all more retarded for listening to her. And what a coincidence, Ben, because we're all more retarded for listening to all of you whine and complain where you're all raking in the dough. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable that you're actually going through this. And then we got to think about this. Eric Kirk, how did she meet Charlie Kirk?
Bumble.
Job interview at TPUSA.
Uh-oh.
Now she runs the company. Coincidentally,
takeover.
behind every great man is a woman, but this woman had a gun.
Maybe a big insurance policy.
Yeah. Who knows how Charlie Kirk was shot, and who knows who did it? But here's what I know: after he died, after he was assassinated, Eric Kirk's focus: making money, the grift. Don't shoot the messenger. Hopefully not in the neck, by the way. So, Candace Owens, Erica Kirk, you just got unclogged by Stephen Richardson. Okay. We have an amazing show. We have Wild Man Willie Steez and we have Stephen Barry. Wild Man Willie Steez. That was incredible. That was like musical sage that cleansed the whole place from the Jew. You know, it was just... And really quick, give a round of applause for Josh Pitzenbarger, who really is the man who played the Viceroy of Green Goddess. They couldn't run the place without him. He is in the credits as... He tried to stop me, okay, and he couldn't do it yet again. He always fails. But he's a good man. He's a very good man. So, okay, coming up next, I met this gentleman at Mad Hatter, and as you know, episode 10, we had Cam G, who was the host of Mad Hatter, and I gotta say, this next gentleman is just pure vibes. 12 out of 10 on the vibe scale. Good guy, genuine guy. And it seems like those guys are rarer and rarer these days, so it's good to meet a guy like him. He's very, very silly and funny as well, and I always enjoy the hell out of his sets when I see him at Mad Hatter and elsewhere. Please give it up for the impeccable Stephen Barry.
Could you sit me water down? I've got all stuff in the hand. Very good. Thank you for the intro. All right. Well done. You're not as wild as I thought. That haircut, it's pretty wild though. If I went that hard with the hair, I'd really have to have something to say up here. All right. He is right. I am a man. I'm a guy. I'm a person. I'm a dad. I'm a human. And one of my bits is called, "What You Got in That Bag?" Okay? Look, I put my mic stand in front of my camera. What an idiot. All right, here we go. We'll just rattle around in there, see what we got. Tissues. Upper respiratory, fighting that. Oh, Zen. Didn't know that was in there. Okay, I've got a question. I think you should have to smoke a whole pack of cigarettes before you buy one of these. What do you think of that?
I don't know, I've never tried.
I think sales of these would drop and everybody would quit smoking. Because these are like cheating. These are so easy. It's like you need to smoke some cigarettes and feel the real burn. Okay, hold on. What else we got in here? Oh, got the passport in here just in case. I don't know. I might get a little too tan. You never know. I got this in Mexico. It says, make Boquillas great again. Isn't that funny? That's called satire. The poorest Mexican town I've ever seen. They couldn't even afford chiclet gum. Okay, all right, let's get into it, folks. Who's dating out here? Anybody dating? What about y'all with the kids and the dog? Is your kid dating? Is your dog dating? Okay. It's dating. It's hard out there, especially being an elder gentleman. I'm not going to say my age because I'm a lady. Too, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my question is, what's up with the dating profiles? Like, do you have to do anything? Can you just put any pictures up? I've seen calendars, like ancient Mayan calendars, cliffs of Dover. I've seen tops of mountains, sometimes with people. And sometimes with that actual person in the picture. Yeah, another thing is, girls, get somebody to take your picture. Seriously, y'all's arms are short. Like mathematically, scientifically, your arms are shorter. Where's Peg up here? I don't know. Where's the diversity? Sorry, I was going to do a over the hill thing, but I'm sure her arms are shorter than the others. Okay, so get a friend to take it, because I'm tired of looking at your face, and then a closer picture of your face, and then guess what? Your face, and your face, your face. It gets weird after a while. You start looking at somebody's face, and you're like, what the hell does this person even look like? And then you get a zoom out on picture number 7, and you're like, whoa! I did not expect the head to go on that body. What is going on? It's like a potato head thing going on. And that's the other thing is, it goes newest to oldest. That's how it should go, the pictures. Your most current, your most representative. This is your facsimile on the internet. This is you. And you're starting with a picture 10 years ago when you were on swim team. We're going with that. You're in high school. It's weird because I was like in Cub Scouts too. Should I put that picture up? I mean, I did spelling bee in the 3rd grade. Do we put that up there? Is that not horny? Does that make you horny? No, it shouldn't, because it's a fucking dating app. You're trying to meet people to have babies so that you can have a dog and a baby like them. That's what we're trying to do here, folks. Okay, I have tried so many of the dating apps, and I've spent so much money, that I've been invited to The League. Y'all know what The League is? No. It's a new fancy dating app made by I don't know who. Because I think it's one of the big 3, the Hinge, the Tinder, or the Bumble. Okay, yeah. Bumble is the anti-Tinder. It's the one created by women, for women. And they don't respond. No, they have to respond first. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't do well on that one. Weirdly. But this one, The League, they all look like models. They've all got like PhDs. And I'm like wondering if I even belong in this league. Like their pics are top tier. And they're not AI stuff. They're professionally done headshots because they're all models. So more to come on that. I've connected with a couple people, but God, it's expensive. It's like $100 a week. $100 a week. So yeah, my 1 week tryout's about to finish. My profile is top notch though, I will say. It's taken years to curate, several years. I cranked it back up in August, and I got a few dates with some garbage people. Some were poly, some were like totally different looking than they were. Some we didn't meet up at all. It was grim. And then the more money you pay, the more premium platinum, whatever you upgrade, and the boost, and you know the Disney Plus, and if you add the Hulu to it, it makes it way better. They're doing a discount now, but it really matters. It's time, money, and heartache. Like, are you willing to invest those 3 things? Because that's what it takes. I wear my heart on my sleeve, like my Red Raiders, and man, it sucks because you really build something up, and then you meet them, and the fantasy shatters immediately, and that's tough. But what's going on the regular apps is the girls, if you put a picture up of you 10 years ago, I now have an expectation in my head that you also like that. Okay? So if we both like that, then we're in agreement. When your other pictures don't line up with that, that's where the problem is, especially if they're all zoomed in of your face. And so the only thing that we have to go by of what the rest of your body looks like is this one picture. I met up with a girl and everything went great. Like she checked my background, my info, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, my Facebook. I'm telling you, it's like a job interview. But I passed all the tests. She came over, and it was one of those things where, everything didn't match up exactly right. But whenever they don't look the same, you just don't know what to do, and your face can't lie. Have you ever done that? Like met somebody and they don't line up, and your face can't lie. I can keep a secret, but I can't keep a secret like that.
When you're double checking the picture on the
Yes. I'm like, is maybe there another redheaded girl wandering in my apartment parking lot that I told her to meet by this left dumpster? By the raccoons? Sometimes gray foxes?
You forgot to give her the background check. That was the issue.
No, you don't know anything about these girls. You're just lucky to be in a conversation. They've got a cadre of men that they can pick and choose as they wish. And we've got 3 or 4 that we're praying, God, please don't unmatch. Don't ghost me. Please, let me just see. I just want to keep your profile. I want to see you updated. I want to dream. It gets desperate. But when you get that boost and you get that Platinum Plus, y'all, it starts to work. It starts to work. But the thing is, I changed my job title from HR manager, which I was before for many a year, if you can believe that, to comedian, and that changed a lot. Okay, my first few dates were like, who the hell is this guy and what HR is he managing? I'm in charge of dress code and DEI and all that stuff, and they're looking at me like, whoa. I get it. We're not all the same. But I'm slowly coming out, in public on Facebook as comedian. And I'm getting some weird responses from family, a little bit of I don't talk to you too much anymore, and they've grown new vocabulary where it's like, hey, you never used to call me that before. But that's Amarillo, folks. Okay, and then the 3 things that I'm always looking for on these profiles are the 3 A's. AAA. Let's do that. Animals. If there's more animals in their profile than half the pictures, red flag. Okay? Second one, alcohol. If there's alcohol in more than half their pictures, red flag. Red face and red flag. Third one is all you can eat buffet. We're talking food, baby. We're talking girls eating food on camera, in videos. They're doing TikToks, slow motion stuff, set, planned it, canned it. We're not sure, but they're eating the food. They want the food. They want the food. Okay? And that's okay if you put, sometimes or always works out. If you put rarely or never and half of your pictures are of the buffet, I don't know what to tell you, but science is real. Okay, AA, we talked about that because alcohol it's a tough one for me. I myself have not drank alcohol in 2,900 days in a row, and that's hard to do. Other people, they go 1 day, 2 days, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. But it's okay. If you can function with it, it's fine. I didn't know when to stop. It was 1 is too many and 10 is not enough. One of those things. Yeah, think about that for a minute. But I actually don't have a problem with people enjoying themselves, especially like this place at a dispensary. This is kind of the new, it's the thing that's becoming cool, but not everybody's cool with it yet, but it's coming, bro, like it's happening. And alcohol is not as popular. Less people are drinking, less people are going out to drink, less people are drinking at home alone. So, it's some of the good things, but I think people are just not getting out and meeting people in face, person to person. They said men age 18 to 24 half of them have not asked a girl out in person. 18 to 24, these are the people fighting for our country. Like, that's the soldiers. They don't get old, fat, like, broken down people. Like, these are our best. And half of them have never walked up to an opposite sex or same sex and said, hey, let's go roll in the hay. So there's a problem there. I think we should all at least drink a little more alcohol and make some bad decisions, because that's how we all had our first hookups, right? Okay, all right, there we go. That's what I got for tonight. And we're good to go. Thank you for having me, folks. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Make sure to follow Willie. He's wild.
Give it up one more time for Stephen Barry. Oh, I love Stephen Barry. He's a good man. He is a good man. So, before we get to the panel, before we get to our discussion, Stephen, let me reveal the connection we have, which is just amazing. So, at a mic.
Are you rich? Are we related?
Yeah. Look at the noses. Look at the noses. No. At a mic, I heard another comedian who I will not name, but he is an upcoming guest. Well, I'll reveal to you later. Don't worry, Steve. Who has accused Stephen Barry of being part of Mossad.
No.
Which is a link to me. I have also been accused of being part of Mossad. Now, with you, it's probably unfair. With me, it's a little less unfair.
Who is this man? Show yourself.
Not just because of the nose, but as you know, when I answer the phone, I always go, Mossad hotline. How may I handle you?
That's a tail.
Press 2 for your APAC guy. Press 3 if your pager hasn't arrived. So yeah, you got accused of being an APAC. How do you respond, sir? And I might have to adjust the mic for you. Just
Name start with J.
No, Dirty J. No, actually, I will reveal this. It is another Eric. It is not Eric, but another Eric. Another Eric, who is very funny. He is very funny. But it might have been a real accusation.
Okay, good. I'm glad that this is a real accusation, because I know this real human, and that means that it is nonsense. Thank you for letting me know that.
This is an even more serious Eric than me, as you know.
Yes.
If you know the Eric I'm talking about, he is so serious, okay?
Mhm.
Anything that he says, you have to take
Gospel.
with 0 grains of salt, because it is the truth.
Mhm.
Just like me,
Yeah.
just like me. But, no, I how do you respond?
I deny wholeheartedly and ham-fistedly.
Yeah. He's like, I've never donated to Israel, okay?
I don't donate to anybody except for James Tallarico.
Ooh,
Running for
I
Senate.
like this.
Here we
This
go.
is the
That's
first.
smooth.
This is the first time in history of our show where we actually have something like
Putting the
this.
sign down. That's
Oh
not
no,
gonna work.
Green Goddess. Oh,
Sorry,
that's
my
okay.
ADD makes me move.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. All right.
Steve,
Got
the
it.
sidekick will hold it up for me. That's what a sidekick does.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
It's an important
okay,
show.
so James Tallarico. We will get into this now. So James Tallarico is running in a primary against Jasmine Crockett.
What's up with that?
Nice.
Yeah. So
Please take her down.
I would assume, based on the shirt, you're for Jasmine Crockett, right?
Obviously. No, it's one of those things where you can have too much of a good thing, and unfortunately we do here in this moment. It would make more sense for one to run for governor and the other for Senate. But
Yes.
that's not the way it happened, so I will support whoever wins in the primary.
Okay, so you're cool with either, but why do you prefer Tallarico over
I've
Crockett?
never supported any politician as far as going to see them in person until James Tallarico this year, and it was in Haltom City, and there was a ton of people there, and it was just an amazing atmosphere, and he's saying all the things that I feel and that I think in my head and in the shower and wonder why things are not the way they are, and he just says, be nice to each other and be nice to your neighbor. Everybody is your neighbor, the Hindu, the Sikh, the atheist, and I'm Christian, and that's what I believe in. I thought I was crazy because all my other Christian friends are voting for somebody who I don't vote for. So it's confusing to me, but to hear him as a breath of fresh air, he's also, been in seminary. So, he's very serious and he knows his stuff, but now he's flipping tables.
Okay, so I will be asking you about Jasmine Crockett and Tallarico, but first, I gotta do a follow-up. I gotta do a follow-up question. So, James Tallarico, he is in a controversy right now. Do you know his controversy? Are you aware of it?
That he had Invisalign?
No. Even worse. Okay, even worse. He's following OnlyFans models.
Oh no!
So they wrote a bunch of Democrat article like on these. How dare he's a horn dog? Is this gonna be good for the the women-centric Democrat Party?
Okay,
how dare he have erections that are heterosexual?
He's for safe erections.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Was it OnlyFans girls accounts? Or
Yes, girl. No, it would be the grinder if it was the other way.
Well, no, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure of his orientation and how he, because he's not married and he's older and he's white.
Definitely on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
okay.
So the controversy is that he's a straight Democrat male. That's
okay. So he's been posing as not straight, but we're outing him as straight.
Yeah, if his pronouns were like anything obscure, no issue. But
yeah, don't check my Instagram.
He's a filthy breeder.
I know. He wants to rub up against stuff like that couch over there.
Yeah.
Is that a lazy boy?
That's a callback, folks, right there. So, but you don't see any issue with it?
Absolutely not. I mean, the things that he does, people do, but what they're going up against, only billionaires can do, and it's really diabolical.
Okay, so Willie, I had to ask because that's first time someone comes on everyone else is like, I don't know shit about politics. And he's like, I went to a James Tallarico event. That was great.
No, I made him laugh.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna ask about that after Willie. So, Willie, what do you think about Jasmine Crockett? Do you know anything about her?
Not particularly. No, not really.
Okay, well, she's a brave and bold black woman, okay? So, if you don't support her, you're a racist piece of shit.
Yep.
So...
What are you doing now?
Are you racist, wild man? Are you wild racist, man?
Absolutely not. You know what? I don't know. This Tallarico guy also, it's like, having an OnlyFans in this economy, that's kind of like classist. Like, he's flexing on the rest of us that don't have money.
It's only $2.99 for the first month, though.
Okay, but that's still $2.99. Like, I'm struggling to get a dollar menu item like a McChicken or something.
At least he's spending his own money on it.
That is fair.
That's the best attack at it. You should work for Jasmine Crockett's team. Can you relate to James Tallarico, who can afford pussy pics?
Why isn't he digging in a dumpster looking for crotch shots?
Like the rest of us.
Come on.
Okay, Steve, I gotta ask you, are you, if you had to, I'm gonna turn you into Democrat temporarily. You have to pick one. Tallarico, Crockett.
I would go with Tallarico. If the guy's gone to seminary and he is an OnlyFans, that completely tracks.
Know what we got here, folks?
How dare you accuse the great Christian religion of hypocrisy?
We know his trajectory.
Anyways, buy my Bible, buy the Trump Bible. Only $199.99. That's the first of 5 installments.
All hard copy. The hardest of copies.
So, how do you see this playing out, though? Do you think Jasmine Crockett will kind of storm through because she is a strong black woman? Or I'll be honest, I kind of like this James Tallarico guy, but I'm on the right in terms of right-coded. I look at him like straight white male, not bad. But how do you think it's going to play out, though?
I think if I'm a Democrat, I got to give out the white guilt vote to Jasmine Crockett.
So you're not racist. I'm going to be the only racist with my Mossad friend Steve. Okay, Steven.
I even vote for women. For president.
Mossad agents for James Tallarico.
Yes. Not endorsed in any way. No, I made him laugh because I waited the longest to talk to him because I had nothing to do and there was people excited to see him. So 2.5 hours later, I'm like almost the last, and like these three shitheads cut at the end there, and so they were like the end, but I knew I was the end in it. Finally get there, and he sees me, and we've been making eyes, and he knows he's
Were
in
they
for
sexy
something.
eyes?
Yeah, no, I had my acid wash jeans on, and my nails are painted. He knew he was ready for something. Walked up, shook his hand, talked for a second, just told him how much I appreciate what he says. And then I said a lot of my stand-up acts sound a lot like your videos. And he goes, like how? I go, the news is so crazy, I don't have to make it up. And they sound a lot like yours. And he started laughing, and that's the end of the story.
That's actually.
I woke up the next day, and my pants were unbuttoned, I was in like a ditch somewhere. It was in Fulton City, so I tried to get it back to my car, but it was like, really far away. There's a lot of people there.
I woke up, my ass hurt, and it said I voted for James Tallarico.
Right, I know. It said Democrat on my bumper. So here I am.
No, that's a great story, and you know what? I actually, I give James Tallarico credit for meeting with constituents. That's actually something, and he must have been like, the eyes meeting. He's like, that's a voter right there. I got him.
No, he's real. Like, he's present with every single person that's there. If you're standing around, like, you're invisible, because this Asian family with these two cutest kids ever, they're the cutest, right? Anyways, they're just taking pictures, and he's talking with them. Like, he really cares. And those people who don't have kids, who really like kids, they really like kids. People that have kids, that does not mean that they like kids. That just means that they have kids.
That's funny. So he's like Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton famously would make you feel like the only person in the room. And that's how you get laid, okay? James Tallarico.
Just lay back and enjoy it, ladies.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. Well, you know what? After you apply the chloroform, then they will be the only lady in the room.
Yeah.
But okay,
That's a good limp.
So, are you convinced either way now? Are you gonna still not be racist, or are you gonna?
The way you pose the question.
Yeah, I think. God, I mean, when you put racism that way, I think it's time to get a little racist. I don't know.
Are you for stars or are you for bars?
Do you hear the influence, Josh?
My mom tells me I'm a star, and I've been known to spit some bars. So, but my favorite color is red, so probably bars. Just being honest.
Goes with the most ubiquitous favorite color.
So,
By the way,
Steve,
don't ask people their
still gonna be
favorite
racist, or you gonna vote for pussy?
Stupid.
I like this guy actually gets pussy.
Yeah,
I'm proud of
This guy's dodging this.
I always vote for pussy. What are we talking about?
In what way are they a pussy?
Okay, James Tallarico, take notes. James Tallarico, vote for pussy. And pussy picks. All right, so...
It says only... Oh, it says for Texas. Okay.
Okay, so I want your guys' opinion really quick on the Rob Reiner situation. So I don't know if you were abreast of it before my monologue, but after the monologue, you've been so informed and entertained that you know about this situation.
Found out a lot.
Yeah. So let me ask you this way. There were so many people upset on the right that it was framed as this was the last straw that broke the camel's back, that this might actually be the thing that turns MAGA against Trump, because it's just like, it was so despicable, and like, really, who could agree with it other than saying, oh, you cared about mean tweets? No, this was actually really mean. This is kind of not cool. And the bodies were not cold yet, sir. Okay, so...
Can I show you my face when I saw the tweet?
Yes.
And I held it for about 5 seconds because I was sure that it was fake. I was sure that it was fake.
He caused
sweet summer child.
He caused a full Home Alone. Okay.
Like, he still shocks me. Like, that's how bad exponentially it's getting.
The
It's not
shtick
like,
was getting stale. He had to up the ante. You know how it goes.
with the TDS, and he's already named it and trademarked it and got the website, even though he's the only one with it. And people who wear red hats, sorry. It's one of those things where, it jumped the shark for a lot of people, and I think compassion and empathy were so absent in his response that you can't side with that anymore. They could poo-poo it away in 1,000 different ways, but everybody's watching, everybody saw it. He doubled down in that interview, and he's proud of it, and I don't think people can vote for that anymore.
I'm gonna take that. So, is this the jumping the shark moment for Trump? Because I like that.
Ooh. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like the guy always finds a way to just like one up his capabilities to bullshit, but also to just be repugnant, but also to have a rebound period where the people around him work really hard to make what he says more acceptable to the tinfoil hat wearers.
The Teflon Don concept of everything bounces off of him somehow.
Yeah, so I mean,
direct.
Yeah, it's just gonna get grosser. Frankly, I think he's gonna find a way to make even more disgusting statements and be completely unaffected. I think his plot armor is just way too thick at this point.
That's an interesting take, Steve. What do you think this is the jumping the shark moment? Him going after Rob Reiner in that post in that way.
I think it's the least appealing thing I've heard him say in a long time. I like Rob Reiner. I liked his career. The man literally is a source of joy for me. Finding out the man was murdered at all alongside his wife and everybody else. It's a horror show.
We're making babies cry by talking about Rob Reiner's death right now.
I know.
They love all of his films.
This kid loved him too.
They grew up on those
treasure.
films. Literally, they're still growing up on those films as we speak. And they're like, why? Why'd you have to say that, Trump? And I was crying too, okay?
It's inconceivable!
I am glad that we can relate to the members of the audience here. But, so, yeah, Steve, continue.
Oh no! I thought it was probably the most disgusting thing he's probably said since grab him on the pussy, and I actually prefer grab him by the pussy.
At least that one was punchy. There's no catchline in this one other than Trump Derangement Syndrome, but that's old.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So when he said we're going to staple a green card to every college diploma of an immigrant, that was quite unpopular. But this top six. It really just hit everybody.
Yeah, I saw something about the late night shows between the five, tall generic white guy shows. I think all of their jokes, it was like 95% of their jokes are Trump, and they said 97% of their guests have been Democrats, and they've had 3, I guess, Republicans in the last 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, and to be fair, it is hard to come out, like you said, come out as a comedian. It is hard to come out as a Republican. I will say this. So on Tuesdays, Jeremy Wilson hosts the mic here at Green Goddess, and then people will go over to Graffiti Pasta, which is a liberal hotbed. It's the University of North Texas. Love them, actually. They're great audience members.
Great meatballs.
They really are, actually. But it is quite the difference when you get there. And it is something where you're like, okay, I notice the difference here.
Well, it's an eclectic mix. And Arlington is the same way. It's the most diverse city in the U.S., when you take everything all into account. Have you been to UTA?
Yeah.
Have you been to UTA?
Well,
I'm telling you, it is the most international area, and it's great because the food's great, the culture's great, and you get to experience all these different things in just a small area. But why is there no big Republican cities? Why are all the big cities mainly Democrat? Even Knoxville or Nashville, it's I go to Bonnaroo down there. Those are a bunch of hippies.
It keeps trending. So Oklahoma City is now a new blue city. And Little Rock is on the verge of becoming a blue city. It is hard to find a major metropolis that is truly red. That is correct.
Well, nobody's proud of it, and nobody's going to be standing all together at the same time. They want to be on their land with their guns.
Well, that's what I was saying. When I go to the Graffiti Pasta, they're all like, I'm gay, I'm pansexual, and then I get up there and I voted for Trump, and they're like, oh my God, what's going on?
We exist.
Yeah, so that's a big part of it. But okay, we got to get to the last segment. I got to ask you guys really quick about this whole Epstein files situation. So, a bunch of files released that are not me, not me at all. But so. how do you think Trump has handled the Epstein files situation? And then, did you have any reaction to the Michael Jackson photo, Mick Jagger, all the others, and then Bill Clinton in the hot tub? In the hot tub. Ooh, he looked comfortable, Steve, and he looks so comfortable. But I'm gonna go to Steve and my sidekick first.
What was that friggin' cafe? Hollywood something back in the day, and it had all the
Hard Rock Cafe?
No. God, I forget what the name of it was. They went out of business, but they had literally celebrity pics on the wall all the time. Back when Bruce Willis could sing.
I swear Hard Rock was right on that.
There's a second one that sounds
House of Blues?
No, there's another one that went out of business. I met Shelley Duvall at one of them. I can't think of the name, though. Celebrity Hollywood or Hollywood.
Anyway, that's what it felt like as you were walking around inside that restaurant and seeing all the celebrity pics on the wall
It's
and everything
crazy.
else.
Yeah.
No.
And that was just in his house.
Half these people are dead or almost there.
And then the other half are on the Epstein list.
Yeah. They got their good times in while they could.
Michael Jackson's so dead at this point. Like, do I need to see that Michael Jackson went to Epstein Island? Do I need to know?
Wait. How dead is he?
Anything.
Today we have learned that Michael Jackson has died at the age of 50.
Yeah. Wait.
5 years later.
He's dead? He lives on in my heart, okay?
He's 50 forever. Why is it okay to still listen to his music, by the way?
Yeah. Oh my God, he was on the Epstein files.
Well, let's make it even more weird.
Pedophile.
I watched Home Alone 2 yesterday with my kids and watched Trump have a cameo, and my daughter just go, ick. And I was like, correct answer.
They're going to do a Home Alone 3 where Thomas Massey and MTG, they're going to break into the White House to try and get the Epstein files.
It's a reverse Home Alone.
Yeah. And you know what makes me sick? I did that joke weeks ago, and then I saw SNL do it. You dirty bastards.
No, that's
validation. You sick bastards.
They wish they had what you had.
Yeah. They wish they had this stage.
You had it
Stephen
early.
Barry,
Yeah.
the top Mossad agent comedian
Still
in
unconfirmed.
DFW.
There's not a confirmed report saying
No,
any
we
of that.
confirmed it on the show. Play it back.
Today,
really quick, and then we'll have you end it in terms of the last and we'll end the panel. So, what did you think of how Trump has handled the Epstein situation?
Oh God! I mean, at this point, can somebody's cortisol levels get any higher? I mean, there are moments where he thinks that he's away from the camera, and you just see his face drop. And it's like these moments of clarity are cathartic, but it's also like there's only so much stress response that the human body can create. I love to watch him squirm, but I think we're at our peak here. I don't think it gets much more stressed out than this, frankly.
I think he can still screw it up worse, actually. You're being very optimistic.
It'll get worse before it gets better. This is Apex WTF. Did you have this on your bingo card?
2025 has been horrible.
No, but it's true. No, I think this is the zenith of stupidity. This is idiocracy coming to fruition. And everybody's, I think, aware of it. And at least going forward, we can say, well, at least now we know.
No, how dare you, Man Willie and Steven. I can screw this up so much more.
Oh, you will.
You are underestimating me.
We're predicting
the power I have within me.
No, we have to combine forces.
That's right.
The power I have within me to screw up the Epstein files, you have no idea. Okay, so we have a very few minutes left before the store closes, so we have to get to the ending monologue. The ending monologue, we cover the news story that the media is afraid to cover every single week. And this week it's a doozy, and it's a personal one for me. 315,000 votes in Fulton County, Georgia, were found to have been unverified during the 2020 election.
How many do?
315,000.
350?
Unverified votes during the 2020 election. That was Georgia themselves coming out and admitting this. The election officials, yes.
Who did they vote for?
And I gotta say, whoever the election officials wanted them to vote for, that's who they voted for. That's really who it is. But American History of Voter Fraud, my film. The only voter fraud film that can stay up on YouTube, and it is still up there because it is actually true. You try and post Dinesh D'Souza's film on YouTube, they'll blow up your computer, okay? And it won't stay up on there, but ours is the only one that has ever lived to tell the tale, okay? And so, look, Trump infamously once said, "Find me 11,780 votes in Georgia." That's what he said, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we found him.
Got it.
We found him, and we got an extra 300,000. if that's what you were looking for, we got an extra 300,000. That's amazing. Now, okay, the election officials, their entire job is to certify the votes via the chain of custody. That's their entire job. And so during this 2020 election, it took the longest to count the votes, an unprecedented amount of time.
Forever.
And you still didn't certify the votes. What did you do? Oh, Joe Biden won. Who cares, right? You know, that's all we care about here in Georgia, that Joe Biden won. It is terrible to say that there were discrepancies in the 2020 election. How dare you? Joe Biden definitely got 10 million more votes than Barack Obama, okay? He certainly was 20% more popular than Barack Obama.
That sounds math.
I mean,
yeah, that math works out.
Yeah, like during Barack Obama's presidency, we were all thinking, yeah, why is this unpopular loser president when he's got this 20% more popular guy as the VP? Why would we do this? I mean, it's just incredible. Like, okay, if 315,000 burgers were found to be uninspected, you know, right? Exactly. You know, I mean, it's just like, oh, I hope no one spit in your burger and changed your order. Oh, this tastes like shit. Tastes like I voted for Biden. Tastes like Hunter Biden's crack.
Hey, y'all say hamburgers? I'm Bill Clinton. Hey, y'all got hamburgers over there?
Yeah.
Hey.
It tastes like Hunter Biden's crack inside Hunter Biden's crack. You know, it's amazing. But look.
Secret sauce.
Look, this is the message. You may be like, hey, this just sounds like you taking a victory lap on your film. You're goddamn right. Okay? You called me a conspiracy theorist, said I was crazy, and then years later, I'm right, okay? And yeah, it's not like we had a whole Fulton County section of the film. Oh, wait, not to brag. Yeah. But look, if you want to learn the messages from our films, I can tell it to you very quickly. Vaccines are safe. Mm-hmm. There's never been a rigged election.
What?
And a lone gunman certainly killed JFK. It had nothing to do with Lyndon B. Johnson.
1,000%.
Those are the messages of our films that are approved for YouTube. This has been an amazing episode of Eric Abbenante vs. the World. Episode 12.
It's my favorite.
I want to thank Man Willie Steez, Stephen Barry, the greatest sidekick in the world, Steve the plumber, Steve Richardson. Steve. I want to thank Josh Pitzenbarger, the viceroy of Green Goddess, who actually helped us with the audio today. I can't believe we pulled it off. And I want to thank the amazing crowd, multiple species in the audience tonight.
There were 2 species here.
And a child who grew up on Rob Reiner. It was just amazing.
That child was walking the dog.
Episode 12 of Eric Abbenante vs. the World. Thank you, Green Goddess. Thank you, Denton. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Steven. Good night.
I hope we make it to 2026. Kiss your kids on the head.